ANC Secretary General Fikile Mbalula is hosting an engagement with members of the creative industry. Topping the agenda is the Copyright Amendment Bill and the Performance Protection Bill, recently adopted by the National Assembly. Let's listen in as he speaks to the media on the sidelines of the engagement.
Are we good to go? Right, thank you very much, SABC.
Well, thank you so much, Liesl. And of course, we've come out of that discussion with the Secretary General of the ANC Subcommittee on Arts and Culture, and various artists, have actually engaged the leadership, of the ANC. Let's just toss over to the Secretary General of the ANC and the ANC spokesperson, Mahlengi.
Thank you very much. The SG is here. Over to you, SG.
Okay, SG, so you've made the ANC stance very clear that the ANC, on their part, will advise the President to not sign the bill. Of course, artists have raised their unhappiness on the Copyright Amendment Bill and the Performance Protection Amendment Bill, especially on the issue of fair use.
Yes, obviously we are listening, and the artists have come to us because they trust the ANC as a governing party, that we see the bill as it stands, it doesn't favor them, and therefore they would like certain things to be addressed, and that's what we're doing, and we agree with them in terms of they've put up a compelling argument, and I know the issue will be the bill was passed by ANC parliamentarians and all of that. It does happen. Things get to be passed and they get to be reviewed. There's nothing wrong for ANC to relook into that, having been engaged by the sector. So we are saying, working together, we can do more. This is what it is in action.
Another issue this upcoming week is that the ANC, or the Electoral Court, will be hearing the matter between the ANC and the MK party. And I mean, time and time again, the media has been reporting on the trademark and the names, but we read through your papers, and the point of contention is more technical. So you've contended that the IEC's procedure was not followed properly in registering the MK party. Can you just please clarify that for us?
It will be clarified in court. I respect the court. We have gone to court and we raise our case, follow the court process, and we are putting a very cogent argument in relation to the deregistration of the MK party. This is the first leg. The second one that is coming is the patent. This MK logo and everything belongs to the ANC, and we'll prove that in court. And Jacob Zuma and his supporters, they must be ready for engagement on this one. JZ has been the most destructive person to the National Democratic Revolution.
I know you can't.
He has actually put it in danger in many ways. Now he has thrown the last dice, putting it in a precarious position, mobilizing members of the ANC and everyone else against the movement. That's what he has done. History will remember him for that, for having put the ANC in a difficult position as a former president, as a former stalwart of the ANC. And today he says he must not be called by the name Jacob Zuma. I don't know how he must be called, because he's Jacob Zuma. And the fact that he was comrade is because he was with us, and that is a due respect to him. His people and his, chihuahuas call our president with names every day. Cyril Ramaphosa, a small boy. Jacob Zuma must teach manners to his people before he can teach the public. Teach your family first. Hold it together before you can teach others good manners and how they must actually behave in the public discourse. You can't say the rest of society must behave, and yet your own backyard doesn't behave properly. They threaten elections. They threaten violence. He doesn't speak to that. He is instead speak from a pulpit of holiness, and talk as if he's the person who must actually be judged by society as fair and has got good mannerisms and all of that. He has brought us to where we are, and we are taking it up, and that is it. We don't mind him calling his party by his name, but as long as it involves ANC assets, we will challenge it, and this is what we're doing.
I know you can't preempt the outcomes of the electoral court, but you seem quite confident in your case.
We don't go to court without being confident. South Africa and the world knows MK belong to the ANC. And what the IEC has done, we don't agree. It will be tested in court. And we are putting up a case in court within the rule of law. And we can win, we can lose. But the fact of the matter is that we can't leave it like that. We will account to the next conference of the ANC. When Jacob Zuma stole assets of the ANC, what did you do as leadership? And we will account that we did something and we fought in the court of law and within the prescripts of the rule of law to claim what is rightfully ours. And that's what we are doing.
Mr. Mbalula, another bill that was passed on Tuesday is the Electoral Matters Amendment Bill, I beg your pardon, and the FF Plus says the bill is a blatant attempt by the ANC to get its hands on the taxpayers' money. What do you have to say to them?
Well, I don't think so. I think democracy allows that each one must benefit according to their size. It's not one size fits all, and that is what the bill does. I mean, you win more votes, you are in a position of the ANC, you will get the biggest share, and that is what it is. So the complaint really comes from a place of bitterness, but democracy is what it is. It's about majority rule, and it's about each one according to their size.
SG, thank you so much for your time, and thank you to the members of the ANC's Arts and Culture Subcommittee. Of course, that comes at the backdrop of that engagement with various, this sector, I beg your pardon, of the arts and culture industry. With that said, it's back to you in studio.